So let us understand this. I want to understand what are before update triggers and how they are used. I have a group of records in the account object like Wipro, TCS, Dell and Captain. Now I am trying to modify these two records. I am trying to modify the records like TCS and Dell. These two records I am trying to modify. Now, before modifying the records, what are the values we have? The records which you want to modify, I want to modify TCS and Dell. These are the records which I want to modify. Before modifying the records, what are the values they contain? TCS 222, Dell 333. These are the values what are available before modification. The list of records which I am trying to modify, those records with the old values are stored in record.old. We have a variable called record.old. What this variable contains? This variable contains list of records which you are trying to modify. Those records with the old version of values are in record.old. Now, if the records are there in the database, when can I perform update? Only when the records are there in the database, I can perform update, which means the records are already inserted into database. Am I right? Only the records which are successfully saved to the database, only those records I can perform update. Which means already the record have ID for it. Once the records are created, they have ID. So we have a variable called record.old map. What this variable contains? The list of records, whichever you are trying to modify, those records with the old values stored in the form of map, where record ID is the key, record is the value. The list of records which you are trying to modify, those list of records with the old version of values are stored in the form of map, where record ID is the key, record is the value. Fine. These two records I modified. I modified them as what? Look at the format. These two records I modified them like TCS 555. I modified. So the TCS 222 is modified into TCS 555555, Dell 6666. They modified. So what are the new version of values we have? TCS 5555, Dell 6666. The new list of values, they are stored in record. The list of records which you are trying to modify, those list of records with the new version of values are stored in record.new. We have record.new. What is there in record.new map? List of records which you are trying to modify, those list of records with the new version of values, they are stored in map, where record ID is the key, record is the value. Where record ID is the key, record is the value. I hope I am clear. The list of records which I am trying to modify, those list of records with the new version of values are stored in record.new map. Am I clear with this one? Okay. Then I clicked on update. When I clicked on update, immediately what happens? Before update trigger is fired. Before the modified values are saved to database, which trigger is called? Before update trigger is called. I am going to write a logic in the before update trigger. Then what will happen? The changes will be saved to. People have followed this point? Already in the database, we have a group of records. Some of the records I want to modify. Before modifying, what are the values we have? Those values are referred with the trigger.old, trigger.old map. Then I am modifying. Once I modified version of values are stored in trigger.new and trigger.new map. Fine. Then when you click on update, before update trigger is called, then it is going to run the logic, then update the changes to database. I hope you are clear. I hope you are clear. The flow is clear for everyone. Flow is clear for everyone. Right. In the before update, if you write a sample query, what values I am going to get? New values or old values? Select phone from. What values I am going to get? What are the values? 1122, 1111, 2222, 3333, 4444. Why? Because the modified values are not yet updated. Before the values are saved to the database only, you are writing the before update. So, if you write a query, what values you are going to get? Old version of values you are going to get. I hope I'm clear. People are clear? The other major point, understand the second important point. Understand the second important point. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Now, we have a list of records. These are the records which I am trying to modify. These are the new version of record. Records before modifying. Every record will have an ID. 18 character ID will be there. So we are assuming that 18 character ID is 001001. This is 18 character ID we are assuming. What is the account we have? TCS. This is ID of the record. Record is TCS. Phone number is 1. We have 1. This is ID of the record. These records I am trying to modify. Now, once the ID is created, will the ID of the record changes? Will the ID of the record changes? Once the ID is created, the ID of the record will not change. Only the values of the record will change. Now, these are the records which I am trying to modify. What did I modify? The phone numbers are modified as this is how I modify. The list of records which I am trying to modify, those list of records with the old values are in what? Trigger dot, old map and trigger dot. The new version of records are in trigger dot. Old values, new values. Now when I say map, what is the map? ID of the record as a key, record as a. Here also, new map, ID of the record as a key, new value as a, record as a value. Now, in the map, how did you get the value here? Key is what? 001. Let me take the key. What is the key we have? This is the key. What is the key we have? This is the key. This is the key. For this key, what is the value we have? This is the complete value. I told record ID is the key, record is the value. This is the value. Am I right? Key value. This is the value. This is the value. This is the key. Am I right? Am I right? This is the key. This is the value. Record ID is the key. Record is the value. Record ID is the key. Record is the value. Fine. In the map, record ID is the key. Record is the value. In the new map also, record ID is the key. Record is the value. So if I give record is the value. What is the record? This is the record. Now, if you know the ID of the record, If you know the ID of the record, can I get the old value and new value? If you know the ID of the record, can I get the old value and new value? Because in both the cases, old map also have the same key, new map also have the same key. Because record ID is the same. If we give trigger.old map, record ID, we get the old record. If we say trigger.new map, record ID, we get the new record. Because both of them have record ID as a key. I have 3 records. Those 3 records before modifying, after modifying. These 3 records will have the same ID. Before modifying, after modifying, record ID will not change. So if I know the record ID, I can get the old value, I can get the new value. Are you clear about this? So trigger.old map, trigger.new map. So trigger.old map contain record ID as a key, record as a value. Trigger.new map contain record ID as a key, record as a value. Which record? New version of record. So if I know the ID of the record, I can get the old value, I can get the new value. Are you clear about this? This is the second point. People have followed this? People have followed? People have followed? In the old map and new map, key is the same. Because the key is record ID. You can modify the value of the record, but not the ID. ID remains the same. So, before modifying, after modifying, ID is the same. So, if you know the ID, we can get the old value from old map. We can get the new value from new map. This is the second point. Third point. Look at the third point. The third point is, I have a record, Satish, Hyderabad. Now, when I say record is modified, I modified Satish. Is it called record modified? Is it called record modified? Yes. Any one of the values modified, it's called record modified. Now, I am updating the record. Satish Maila, Bangalore. Is it called record update? Yes, it is called record update. You modify any one of the field, it's called record update. But I have a condition. I am saying, boss, when the phone number is modified, run the logic only when the phone number is modified. That means, don't run the logic when any field is modified. Run the logic only when the phone number is modified. Then how will you achieve it? You want to know? Only when the phone number is modified. How do you know the phone number is modified? Old phone number is not equal to new phone number, then it is modified. Old phone number is not equal to new phone number, then it is modified. How do you check the old value, new value? From the old map, get the old record value. From the new map, get the new record value. Check both the values. So how can I write the logic? Look at the point. Map of ID, comma, account. Old map equal to trigger dot. So I am going to get what? New version of records, modified values with the new version. Modified records with the new values are in the old map or in the, let us say, new map. Similarly, I want to get modified records with the old values. So, modified values with the old values, modified records with the old values, modified record with the new values. The list of records which you are trying to modify, those records with the old values are in old map. The list of records which you are trying to modify, those records with the new values are in a new map. So how do you compare? In both the maps, key set is same. In both the maps, key set is same because same 3 records, old value, new value. So the keys are going to be same. So what I am doing? For ID, key, old map dot old map dot. I am taking one by one ID. One by one ID. In the map, if I give key set of keys will come. What are the set of keys here? IDs. In this case, in this map, what are the IDs? What are the keys? IDs. In this map, IDs are keys. So I am doing it. account old equal to old map dot get of. If I give the record ID, I get the old record. If I give account ACC equal to new map dot get of key. If I give the record ID, I get the new record from new map. If I give the record ID, I get the old record from old map. So I am getting what? Old record, new record. Now, how do you compare it? If old dot phone number not equal to ACC dot phone number, then what does it mean? Boss phone number is modified. Boss phone number is modified. When you want to run the logic, when a particular field is modified, this is how we are going to write it. I'll repeat the logic one more time. So, how do you get old values? Map of ID comma old map equal to record dot. How do you get the new values? Map of ID account new map equals to record dot. So map of new values, map of new values. I want to take one by one record. In both the cases, what is common? Keys are common. So I am taking ID old map dot. We say old map dot key set or new map dot key set, same, because keys are going to be the same. Then how do you get the old record? Old record is available on old map. Old map dot get off new record equal to new map dot get off. Then if you want to know whether old value is modified or not, in the old record, phone number not equal to new account record. If it is not equal, yes, the phone number is modified. This is how we are going to check it. People are clear with this? Now let us build some logic. Let us build some logic. So let me give a requirement. Let me give a requirement. When our opportunity stage name is modified, whenever opportunity stage name is modified, whenever opportunity stage name is modified to closed one, whenever opportunity stage name is modified to closed one, then set close date equal to today, set close date equal to today, set the close date equal to today, and opportunity type as new, opportunity type as new customer. Whenever an opportunity stage name is modified to closed one, that means I am checking only when the opportunity stage name is modified to closed one. That means old value should not be closed one, new stage name should be closed one. When opportunity stage name, old stage name is not closed one, new stage name is closed one, then set the close date as today and type as new customer. This is my requirement. This is written on which object? Opportunity object. What is the event? Before. So go back, developer console. I'm writing a trigger. Opportunity. Before update. Then I'm giving map of ID comma opportunity old map equal to your dot map of ID comma opportunity new map equal to trigger dot old map trigger dot opportunity old map opportunity new map. Then I'm trying to take for ID key old map dot then I'm giving it. Take the old value opportunity old equal to old map dot get off. We're going to get the old opportunity new op equal to new map dot get off old value new value. Now what is the condition? Opportunity stage name is modified to close to 1. That means old stage name not equal to close to 1 and new opportunity stage name equal to close to 1. Old stage name is not equal to close to 1. New stage equal to close to 1. Then update new opportunity dot close date equal to not today. New opportunity dot type equal to. This is how I have written. People are clear with this concept? And whenever the opportunity is modified, opportunity stage name is modified. When other fields are modified, don't run. Only when the stage name is modified, set these values. Then go back to the opportunity. Look at any one of the opportunity. Salesforce. Now, stage is what? Prospect. What is the close date? 27th of June. Now change the stage name equal to close to 1. Then set close date equal to 15th June. Are you clear about this? Clear for everyone? This is how we are writing the before update triggers. Am I clear with this format? Clear? So old map, new map, old, okay, trigger dot new, trigger dot old. Trigger dot old contain old version of values. Trigger dot new contain new version of values. Now the question is, on the trigger dot old, you cannot make any write operation because already old values are modified to new values. If you want to make any changes, make on the new values, not on the old values. Satish 123 is modified as Satish Maila 123. If you want to make any changes, where should you make the change? Now I have a record Satish 123. This is a record what I have. This is modified to. Again, if you want to modify, what will you modify? Will I modify this or this? Old value is modified to new value. If you want to make any changes, where should I make the change? On this. So on the old values, we cannot make any further changes. They are only meant for what? Reading the data. We can only see what are the old values. We cannot make any changes on the old values because the old values are already modified. Right now you have a new values. Any further changes you want to make it on the new values, not on the old values. People are clear with this format? People are clear? Follow this concept. Take a dot old map and new map. Concept is clear? Concept is clear? Any further queries on that? Clear for everyone? So let us make one more example. Now I'll take after update trigger. I'll try to take after update trigger. Any further queries on this? People are clear with this logic? People have followed? Team is clear for everyone? Old map, new map, is that was clear? Any further queries? Right, boss? Okay. Let us understand the next concept. What is that after update? When you say after update, what does it mean? I have a table, the same story, name, Wipro, These are the records. In these two records I am trying to modify. These are the records which I modified to. I modified to this. Click on. Click on update. When you click on update, what happens? Before update trigger will be fired. Before update trigger is fired. Once the trigger is completed, then what happens? Records are going to be I'm going to modify the records. These two values are modified. What are the values that we have? Like this. Now, once the before trigger is completed, the data is going to be updated to database. Now, the list of new records which are updated. The list of records which are updated. Which records are updated? TCS 999 Dell 88. After updating these records to database, then which trigger is going to be fired? After update. Which trigger is fired? After update. Now in the after update trigger, there is only one change. Trigger.old contains the same old records. In the before or after, trigger.old is the same. In the before update or after update, trigger.old contains what? Same old. TCS 222, Dell 3333. This is the values in the trigger.old map. In the before update, trigger.new contains this record. Trigger.new contains this record. In after update, records which are successfully saved, those are available on trigger.new. Records which are successfully saved. Suppose, let us assume, suppose I have a logic here. In the before update, I have a logic. What is the logic I wrote? I have a logic. It is not 999, it is going to be right. So the modified values are in trigger.new in case of before update. In after update, the records which are saved, to database, those are in trigger.new. Sometimes the values may be changed. We cannot guarantee that the same values will be inserted. Right? Whatever the records that are updated to database, those records, those values are in trigger.new. Are you clear? Same thing. Before now. What is the point is, before update, the trigger is fired before the records are saved to database. After update, triggers are fired after saving the records to database. After the modified values are saved to database, triggers are going to be called. I hope I am clear. People are clear? People are clear? Clear for everyone? Okay. Now, I want to run a logic. Look at my logic. I want to create opportunity team member. I want to create what? Opportunity team member. Why you go for team member? If a single person is not able to handle the business, a group of people will be supporting. Like I got. Now, let me take. I have a Bahubali movie. Now, if you want to release this movie, a single person cannot promote. So, what these people might have done? They They might have given a contract to like Staya Medias. Boss, you could take care about your posters. They might have given a contract to Capital Info. Boss, you take care about social media campaigning. They might have given a contract to some XYZ company. Boss, you take care about trailers. So what they have done? They distributed the work to a number of people. Now let us say, now I have Lodha Towers. This is the company for whom I am going to take care about marketing. Now Lodha Towers gave me a business. Now they told Satish, take care about banners, take care about posters, take care about hoardings, take care about social media posting, take care about brochures, take care about visiting cards, envelopes and all this. Contact. So what did I do? Okay, TV ads, telemarketing. Now for TV ads, I gave a contact to Kiran. Kiran, you take care about TV ads. Ravi, you take care about so and so. Prasad, you take care about posters. Ravi, you take care about brochure. Now who is the account? Point of contact for the Lodha is Satish. Who is the person who is handling this account? Satish. But Satish alone cannot make it. So what he has done? He made a team. In the team, Ravi, you take care about this operation. Kumar, you take care about this operation. Hari, you take care about this operation. Are you getting my point? Who is the owner? Satish is the owner. But he has a team to look after this. When account is big, when opportunity is big, now let us say, I'll give another example. Now, Wipro has given me a contract. They told Satish, we are looking for Salesforce and Hadoop training. When they give a contract, now I can take care about Salesforce. Hadoop I cannot take care. So what happened? I added one more team member called Nagaraj. Nagaraj, you take care about Hadoop. I'll take care about Salesforce. Now, who is the owner of this training? Satish. Wipro contacted Satish. Satish is the person who is talking to Wipro and setting the deal. But who are the members who are delivering that opportunity? Satish and Nagaraj. Nagaraj is taking care about Hadoop. Satish is taking care about Salesforce. I made a team. Are you clear about this? So if you want to make a team member, what should I do? Set up, build, customize, opportunities. Here we have opportunity teams. What we have? Opportunity teams. Opportunity team settings. Again, look at the format. Set up, build, customize, opportunity, teams, enable the setting. Add that every page name. Add it to. Then we are done. So when you go to the team members, then you go to see what are the roles that team members have? Team member roles. They are given a couple of roles. If you want to use the same thing, you can use, or otherwise you can modify your own values. Right now they give account manager, channel manager, executive sponsor, like that they give. Now look at the opportunity. Go to the opportunity. On the opportunity you are finding opportunity team. When I want to add, they say what is the role of the team member, who is the user, what type of access you are doing, what are the permission, on which record you are creating opportunity team member, whom you are creating as opportunity team member, okay, what is the role you are giving, what type of access you are giving. There are 4 fields. What are the 4 fields? Let me show the object. Opportunity team member. Let us see. What are the fields we have? Opportunity ID. ID of the opportunity on which we are trying to create opportunity team member. Then user ID. ID of the user whom we want to create as a opportunity team member. So opportunity ID, user ID. User whom you want to create as an opportunity team member. Now, what type of access you want to give? You want to give read or edit. What type of access you want to give? Right. What is the role you are giving? Opportunity team member will have a role. What is the role we are giving? Team member role. So how many fields are here? What are the 4 fields we have? Opportunity ID. Opportunity ID. Let me put it on. Now I'm giving it. What is this? Opportunity, idea of the opportunity, idea of the opportunity, on which we want to create team member. Then we have user ID, idea of the user whom we want to create as. Then team member role of the user. Then we have opportunity access level. Opportunity access level. It can be read or this is how we have to create. People have followed. These are the 4 fields. Now what is my requirement? Whenever a new opportunity is created or if a existing opportunity is modified, stage name is converted into closed one. If the existing opportunity stage name is modified as closed one, if existing opportunity stage name is modified as closed one, create a student as opportunity team member. Create a student as opportunity team member. When should I create this? Whenever the stage name is modified as closed one. So we are giving after. Now look at the format. How do you refer to the old values? Map of ID, map of ID, record dot. Then take one by one record, ID key, the same old story. Then what I'm doing? Old value. How do you get the old value? Opportunity old equal to old map dot get off equal to new map dot get off if old dot stage name not equal to 1 and new up dot old value is equal to not equal to close to 1, new value equal to close 1. Then what I want to create? I want to create opportunity team member. So how do you create opportunity team member? Opportunity team member equal to whom you want to create as opportunity team member? User view. Then dot opportunity ID. You got opportunity. What is the opportunity? ID of the record. Whom you want to create? OTM dot user ID. U dot ID. OTM dot opportunity access level. OTM dot. Then we have opportunity, user ID, opportunity access level. What is the next one? We have team member. Once you are done, I have to give insert But is it a good practice to make insert within the loop? It's not a good practice. So what should I do? Create list of opportunity team member teams equal to new list of opportunity. Then we are going to add here what is the field we have? Opportunity. Then instead of insert, add them to teams.add. Then insert the record. Insert. This is how we have was. Whenever the opportunity stage name is modified to closed one, create an opportunity team member. Create an opportunity team member with the read access and role as account team member. Okay, account manager. Go back to the existing opportunity. First, I'll try to change stage name. Any one of the record. So, do you have opportunity members? No opportunity members. Now, I'm trying to modify the stage name. When you modify, stage name is modified as closed one. Then what we got here? Student is created as opportunity team member on this record. People are clear with this format? Right, boss? This is how we are writing. Why did I take after insert, after update? Because we want the ID of the record. On this opportunity, I am trying to create one more child record. For this opportunity, I am trying to create a child record. So until it is committed, until it is modified, until it is saved, I cannot make changes. So whenever you want the ID of the record to be used in the logic, whenever you want the idea of this record to be used in creation of the logic, then we need to go for after. Right? Now, we have done all this trigger. But the problem here is, I wrote number of triggers on opportunity was. I wrote number of triggers on opportunity. Go to the opportunity. So, where are my triggers? I wrote the triggers. Now, there are 3 opportunities. If somebody want to write a new opportunity, new trigger, then you need to go to all these triggers. Now there are 10 triggers. If you write 10 triggers, what will happen? If a new person, if a developer want to add one more logic, then it's very difficult for him to add. That is not a good practice. It is not a good practice to write multiple triggers on an object. Instead, create a single trigger. Instead, create a single trigger. Write the logic of the trigger. Write the logic of the trigger within a Apex class. Write the logic of a trigger within a Apex class. Look at the point. I'm going to open 3 triggers what I wrote. What are the triggers I have? This is after update. This is before update. And this is before. Now, instead of writing multiple triggers, what we are doing? Create Apex class. Opti trigger. Create Apex class, public, static, void, before insert. Before insert. Now in the before insert, what is the logic you are writing? The list of new records. You are taking one by one record from the new records, writing the logic, right? So what I am doing? Write this logic. So instead of trigger.new, pass that list of new records. If you pass the list of new records, I am going to take one by one record, make the changes. So what you are doing? You are writing the logic in a Apex class. You created a method, you are writing a logic in the Apex class. You are writing. If you pass the list of records, I will take one by one record and make the required changes. Then I am writing one more method. Public, static, void. then before update. Now, if you want to run the before update logic, what we require? They are taking the old values, they are taking the new values, then they are writing the logic. So if you give old values and new values, then I can run the logic. So what I am doing? Before update, map of ID, opportunity, old map, map of ID, opportunity. So if you pass old map and new map, whatever the logic is there, I am going to write the logic here. Same logic I am writing within Apex class method. The same logic I am writing in the Apex class. Pass the old value, old map, pass the new map, then I am going to run the logic. Same logic, there is no change. But I am defining the logic where? Within the method. What is the advantage if you define within a method? I can call this method somewhere else. If you write the logic in the trigger, the logic will run only for the trigger. If I write the logic for a trigger, the logic will run only for the trigger. If I write the logic in a class, this method can be called, this method can be used in other triggers also. This method can be used in other Apex classes. This method can be used in other triggers. Right, boss? Public static before update, opportunity. Right. Now we are going with the next one. So for one trigger, I am writing one method. Public static void after update. For after update also, what I am doing? Whatever the logic you wrote, so don't write the logic in the trigger, write the logic in the Apex class. What are the values I have to give? Map of ID, comma, map of ID, comma, right. So what I am doing now? Take the old values, take the new values. Update the logic. Now we'll see what is the advantage of this. So for every trigger I wrote one logic. So I wrote a class. One method for before insert, one method for before update, one method for after update. Now what I am doing, I am creating only one trigger. I am removing all the triggers, creating a single trigger. Only one trigger I am going to create. Customize. So we have opportunities, triggers. Previously I wrote 3 triggers, now I am going to make it as 1. Now what I am doing, I am running a single trigger now. Look at the format. After trigger. This trigger should run when? Before insert, before update. I am writing all the triggers together in a single trigger. Then I am writing here. If it is a before trigger, how do you know it is a before trigger? Trigger dot is before. If it is a before trigger, it is going to give you true. If it is a before trigger and trigger dot is insert. When you say is insert, it is going to give you true. if it is insert trigger. So what does it mean? If it is a before trigger and if it is a insert trigger. So what does it mean? If it is a before insert trigger, then call class name dot. I am calling a method from the apex class by passing what? Record dot. Pass the list of new records and call a method. Why I am calling class name dot method name? Because the method is static method. If I define a method as static, directly class name dot method name. Now I am giving here if record dot is before and record dot is if it is before update trigger, then I am calling class name dot. To run the logic, what should I give? Record dot old map. Record dot. I am passing the old map and new map, asking them to run the logic. Then I am giving again if record dot is after record dot is update. If it is after update, so now the people know what are the triggers that are running on this object. Now the developer will know what are the triggers that are running in this object. Now before insert what is the logic that is running, after insert what is the logic running, okay, before update what is the logic that is happening. So you know what is happening. So you can go to this symbol after update. Then simply you can go to the class, understand what is the logic currently running, you can add a new logic to it. It will become easy for the developers to add new things. If you write one trigger, one event, one trigger, then it becomes a group of events. That is, it becomes difficult for the developers to identify what is the logic that is running. So every time I have to open every trigger and see what is the logic that is happening, what is the logic that is happening, then I need to modify it. Instead of that, put everything in a single place. How can you put everything in one single place? Create a apex class, write your logic for every method, write your logic for every event. One event, one method. One event, one method. Then in the trigger, one trigger on one object. One trigger on one object. On this event, call this method. On this event, call this method. So I understand what are the triggers that are running on this object. When you call this, what is the method that is called? Within that method, I will check the logic. So it becomes easy for me to identify. Second thing, if you write the logic in the class, I can reuse this logic. I can reuse this logic. I can reuse this logic. Simple example. I can reuse this logic. Are you getting my point? If you write the logic within a apex class, I can reuse this logic. Clear about this point? So it is always a good practice to define one trigger on one object. One trigger on one object, and the trigger can have multiple events. And it's always a good practice to define logic of the trigger within a apex class. One event, one method. One event, one method, and invoke their class within a trigger. Then the entire operation has become single operation. Now it is easy for me to understand what is happening on opportunity. People are clear with this? People are clear? Clear for everyone? Right. Now let us understand a few more points. Now she wrote trigger 1. Understand this event. Opportunity. On opportunity, I wrote before insert, I wrote one trigger. Trigger 1 I wrote. Opportunity object, I wrote one more trigger. Before insert. So what is that? I wrote two triggers on the opportunity for the same event. Before insert, trigger 1. Before insert, trigger 2. Which trigger will run now? Which trigger will run first? Both of them will run, but which will run first? Right. First question. Can you define more than one trigger on a same object with the same event? Yes, I can define on opportunity before insert trigger 1. On on opportunity before insert trigger 2. Can you define more than one trigger on a same object with same event? Yes, 100% you can define. But is it a good practice? No, it is not a good practice. Why it is not a good practice? When you have two triggers on the same object, which will run first? Which will run first? Let us see. Now I gave, in the trigger 1 I gave phone number equal to 999. In the trigger 2 I gave phone number equal to 888. Now which will run first? If this is running first phone number equal to 9999, then this will run phone number equal to 8888, final output will be 8888. If this is running first the phone number is 8888, then the second trigger will run 9999, output will be 9988. Right? So what is based on the order of execution, values are changing. So it is not a good practice to define more than one trigger on a same object, same event, because you cannot guarantee order of their execution. You cannot guarantee which trigger will run first. But if I define opportunity before insert trigger 1, opportunity after update. Now can you define like this? Yes, you can define. Is there any problem? No problem, because that will be fired before insert, this will be fired after update. There is no dependency. But still it is not a good practice to write multiple triggers. It is not a good practice. The reason is, okay, instead of writing multiple events, create a single trigger with all events. Are you getting my point here? First case is absolutely not good practice, as the order of execution will make a impact on your data. The second one, no problem, you can define. But it is a good practice, never define multiple events, never define multiple triggers on a single object, define a single trigger with multiple events. I hope you are clear. People have followed this. Okay. As of now, tell me what are the variables that we have seen. From last 2 days, what are the variables we have seen? Trigger dot new is a variable. Trigger dot old is a variable. Trigger dot old map. Trigger dot new map. Okay. Trigger dot is before. Trigger dot is after. Trigger dot is insert. Trigger dot is. These are the variables here. Still we have some more variables, but till now we have seen this. Are you comfortable with these variables? Trigger dot new contain what? What's now new values? The list of record with the new values. Trigger dot old contain what? List of record with the old values. Trigger dot old map contain map of ID comma old values. Trigger dot new contain map of ID comma new record. Is before going to give you true if it is a before event. Is after going to give you true if it is a after event. Then we have is insert going to give you true if it is a insert trigger. Is update going to give you true if it is a update trigger. Are you clear about this? People have followed?